glad y'all tuned in. We about to get the show started. Yeah. Dr. Clyde Winners and Yoshi. Then and now. We talking about back in the day and right now. Yeah.
Now let's introduce Yoshima the Genius and Dr. Clyde Winters, the godfather of research.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
There you go. There you go. I see them. They was looking for him. There you go. Dr. Clyde Winters in the house, man. What's up? What's up, fam?
Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. You know, the thing is, this is that, you know, family, you know, with the Yoshima, the genius.
Yeah.
Sis. You know, I'm so glad tonight, Yoshi, that you got that hat on. Because, you know, you gotta keep that knowledge. Got to keep that knowledge from slipping out. We don't want nobody to be stealing none of that knowledge that you got.
Keep it concealed so they won't squeal. You already know what's the deal. Yeah.
Listen to that. That's rap, man. That is rap. Keep it sealed so they won't steal. Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? I bet y'all have a lot of questions about why we don't celebrate New Year's, right? Well, hey, it's a simple answer. We still, I celebrate and rep. I don't call it celebrate. It's just, hey, we woke up, we cool, we good. Everybody on the same note, you know, but we're going to get into the calendar today. We're going to, I have a couple of questions for Dr. Clyde tonight. We're going to get into that. And we're going to talk about a lot of the relations between us and the Olmec, just a little bit on the mind state, you know, because I got my hat on. This is my helmet. You know what I'm saying? The Olmecs had their helmets, you dig, you know, they crowns, you know what I'm talking about, how it went down. So, hey, we're going to get into a lot of that tonight. And I'm grateful to have Dr. Clyde Winters here to kind of elaborate and bring a lot of that out because I have questions. He have answers. Let's get to it, man. Dr. Clyde, what you got for us, brother?
Well, first of all, you know, I want to start it off by...
we got to wake our ass up.
That's right. I want to start it off by playing your video because this is something that need to wake us up because it is down with the program. Everybody.
Been told I'm full of hate, even been called a racist. I've been come from the gate, but y'all got a history of hating. Redneck, poor white trash, you are the lowest in class. Stupid Confederate flag, area I don't have a history of controlling you. I don't have the poison in your food. I don't have the poor fairy tales on you. I don't have a history of shooting up school. I am not the one that's gonna rape you. I am not the one that's gonna take you. I am not ever gonna exploit you. I am not the one that's pure evil. We seeing what FBA do. They try to liberate the female. We wouldn't mind mating with you, but you may produce something evil. Should I remind you who killed Emmett Till in 1921, such a long massacre? I don't know what you're seeing here. Control your food, create yourself. Should I remind you who you missed the this is your mom, you just a nigga here. Control the media, you control your home. Every day they keep trust me, 2000 my life is wrong. History has been shown. History has been shown. history has been shown. Some history has been blown.
Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs.
It's been shown. It's been shown. I'm happy y'all seen that. Now y'all know who I am, Yoshi. All right. History been shown. History been blown. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm here with Dr. Clyde Winters tonight, and we're gonna kind of debunk some of their falsified history. And I know Dr. Clyde, he got something special for us tonight. He always pull tricks under his sleeve.
No.
So what you got, brother? What you got? All the way.
I have no special tonight. I have no special tonight because
time.
the thing is this is that I do like this whole idea of the Olmec and the Olmec pyramids, because see, the thing is this is that the calendar is very important, family, because the Yoshimad and some of the other him and a sister, what's her name? You guys used to work together.
Oh yeah, the Mayat.
Yeah, Mayat. And so then she, they did the calendar, they did the horoscopes. You family, you may not believe this in a sense, but Yoshimad and some of the other brothers and sisters, without really in a sense deciphering fully the language, what they've been able to do is they've been able to investigate that Maya calendar, and that's why in a way that they don't really recognize in the sense today's calendar. What made you become interested in the Maya calendar?
Oh, all right. A lot of times when people do they Zokin and be like, not Zokin, I apologize. When they do the numerology and stuff like that, and they get your numbers and they play with it, they do the cards and they astrology, and they try to match it with the Gregorian calendar. And what got me with the Zokin was I was at a stage in my life of purity, meaning I wanted everything, like all the knowledge that I received, to be pure. I didn't want it to be tainted. I didn't want a European thought on it. I didn't want their perception on what we had going. So everything I wanted to, gather in was pure. And getting with Dr. Clyde, his information was pure. It was raw. It was muddy. It was uncut. And it lured me in. And just being a regular guy, just following day to day on the Gregorian calendar, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to January, February, and knowing what October and September is, you kind of question everything. Man, if I want what's pure and I want what's right, if I want to learn everything that's corrected, if I'm learning all this history, then why not start with the calendar and correct time? And I seen that there was a group of people that was kind of involved with the law of time in that time. And I got with them, and they broke down a lot of the system, the Olmec number system, on Dr. Clyde Winters' findings. So what Dr. Clyde Winters broke down, which led to the Dogon and how the Mandi and how all that worked with the number system in Africa and Kemet, knowing that there's a relationship between all of them, that brought me closer to learning what the Olmec is, because I felt a connection. So with the Gregorian calendar, being a black man, I didn't feel a connection with it because they created it based off of their lineage and they partners and homeboys and this and that and the other. I wanted something a little more pure, and the Olmec was one of the things that was pure. It was like it was like another branch of knowledge from Kemet, and I think that the connection I felt was that with the African and the melanated, just being melanin, having melanin in you, being dark, embracing that darkness that's in you. I think that the Zokin is probably like the closest thing to the truth or pureness that you will get with getting back on time. So they do like a 260 time, and you find out what you are. You become a kin. So I'm kin 139, and you put your date into the system, and the system would calculate. I mean, there's a way how to do it. I know Dr. Clyde know it, with how to break it down up on the actual calendar and all that. I want to show y'all the actual website and what I go to. My go-to, I ain't no gatekeeper. There's a lot of people up on here. I'm gonna show y'all what's up. This is whenever you see people like, what's up, Teresa? Whenever you see people that are talking about the Olmec, and they're talking about the 260 span and all that, and the different chambers and the different halls you got to go to. I want to let y'all know they getting it from one source. So if people are like charging you an arm and a leg for the knowledge, you go pick up Dr. Clyde Winter's book, Olmec Language, and then you go to this website right here. I'm gonna put it up on here. I'm gonna share this screen, and y'all go to this website, and this website right here. This is the Law of Time website, and y'all want to go up on here. Is lawoftime.org, and on here you will have your calendars. So you don't have to do all the calculations. This is how they do the calculation. 13 times 20 is a 260. You see what I'm saying? So the harmonic model of Zokin 260 days and 13 moons. So the 13 is the 13 moons, okay? And then you have the 28-day calendar, the 365. So that adds up to 365 to 28 times 3 plus 1. And then we'll go to the 13 perfect moons. So basically, what's the difference between the Olmec and the Gregorian calendar? The Zokin and the Gregorian calendar is the Zokin calendar is based off moons. It's based off life. It's based off the creation. Gregorian calendar is primarily based off their friends and how they wanted Shiggity to go and how they just wanted the L5. It's basically what they did. They seen our knowledge, it was perfect, and they wanted to make a dual knowledge, like a multiverse of it that works but doesn't work. So we make it work because a person, if y'all believe in something so much, you can make it work. That's why the tarot cards and all that works with the Gregorian time, because so many people believe it, just like a Santa Claus and a mythical Jesus Christ that's coming down and is gonna save you one day.
You said, are you saying that when people are trying to read the tarot cards, that they really should be paying attention to the Mayans or something like that?
I really did say that, and some may argue with it. The reason why they will argue is because they studied Gregorian tarot cards for so long that they put everything in it. They didn't talk to the spirits in it, what they believe. They didn't got all this information based on that. That in reality, if you actually did it with the correct time, then it would be much more true and much more valid. I'm saying that they probably only given like 78% of the truth because they're off by many days. And I want to give a shout out to Neb Tahark, because Neb Tahark is one of the few guys that actually studies these 13 moon calendars and all this here stuff. And he broke down that we was actually lost in time. They on the conversion of switching from the Zokin time to the Gregorian time, they took days out. So to make up for them days is to make up for the time that you lost, is to learn about it. If you don't learn about this kind of stuff, you can't be whole. There are people that's walking around here with incomplete information, and Dr. Clyde has that's why you don't fall off on note, because you got the full information. You got it. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like we can know about Gregorian all day, like we call it day. We can know about it all day. That's why they call it days. You're in the days. The week end. The week end. You're weak in the end. You're in the days. They call it this stuff. It's good to know about it because you got to know the yin and the yang. So yeah, Dr. Clyde, they kind of did a foolie on us. But on this website right here, you can actually download the calendars. So you can go right here and you can download this, right? And then you can know what day and time you're in right now. Also, you can put in the day and time right now, like live. You can put in the day and time right now, and then like what it says, let me see, find your galactic signature. So we can do the code for the day. The code for the day is your birthday. All right. So if you was born this day, which you an infant, you ain't gonna know this. But if you was, Ken 161. So actually today is Ken 161 red overtone dragon. And on this day, so with the Zokin is what I learned with the tarot cards. What I learned with the tarot cards, you're not a Virgo, you're not a Taurus, you're not none of that. You're actually all of them emotions. Just like in a lot of the popular stories, you're the main character. It's not necessarily how I bring it back to the Bible, how we say you got to talk to Christ to talk to God. It's get with your body first to unlock that inner your God to get the information from the records, and you're able to let it flow. So every morning, in some cases, I get up and I will read my galactic signature. And the reason why I'm doing this because I'm empowering that day. So just like with the Zokin, with the tarot cards, and when you're reading your cards, it's a emotion, and them emotions sway every day. So you're gonna feel like this today. That's why so many can relate to it so much. That's why it's a good money scheme. That's why it's real good with money. Any device you can play with words on and pull people emotions, and everyone can relate to it, and it leaves it open for everyone to kind of eat off in it. That's where the most profit is. That is what most people is gonna kind of cling on to. And this is one of them things that it's like that in a sense. It's you can feel it when you read it and do this your galactic signature. You can feel a connection with everybody, and I think that's the purpose of the Zokin calendar, is to allow you to feel connected with everyone
Do you think?
because we're all in the house.
Do you think that? Do you think that you guys might? Do you think that one day you may want to write a book on that because so that they could really understand? Because see, if we're missing out on something, family,
We
we
are.
need to get the right information. And and we got this brother here, the genius Yoshimad, and that Yoshimad in the sense is that maybe you could write maybe a little short
I
introductory
need
book
to.
or something that could help people to really find out their true relationship with the environment, with society. Maybe that's why a lot of times we get a horoscope and it seemed like and it doesn't really relate to us. you know
Right.
and that
Right.
because it's not really based upon actual time. you
Right.
know
It's not. And you're right about that. And we try to make it relate to us because we find certain keys in it and be like, yeah, I kind of do that. And yeah, I could dig it. And we kind of go along with it because we feel like that's the end of the road. But what happened if there's something out there that actually pertains to you and it feels good for you? I empower in order to nurture. Commanding being, I seal the input of birth with the overtone of radiance. I am guided by the power of universal water. Say that 3 times. And I really want y'all to say it and put meaning behind it. And when y'all do, it would unlock so much more. And if you want to really find your place up on this, you can really break it down. You can break the calendar down and you can really get into it on how it actually works and the significance of it, on why the numbers matter and how and why numbers can be manipulated if the wrong people get it. So with the right hands, the Zokin hands, you got the right numbers, they add up, they match, and it's nothing crazy and funky with it because you know it has a lot to do with unlocking this matrix and coding and everything, something that they don't want you to learn how to do, coding. Now, this right here is coding at its best. You learn the Zokin way of life on the calendar, breaking it down. I do it. I feel good. I love it. 260. I feel motivated. This right here, I feel a relationship with it. I'm more in tune with it, knowing that it's the actual 13 moon calendar. All right. So you can even break it down with even how they break it down when they talk about the Gregorian on the calendars and just talking about the 52 galactic gateways and the different moons, the magnetic moon, and you want to really get it, and it's simplified. So you don't have to ask anybody to find your galactic signature. You can go up online right here and you can find it yourself. You can give me a holler and I will unlock this code for it for you and guide you through here. I don't mind doing that. Y'all hit me up, cash at me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your homie. I got you. I'm gonna guide you in the right way. So with these calendars, this stuff right here is tight. The Law of Time Foundation, Law of Time, the 13 moon calendars. You will learn everything you wasn't, and they got courses in here for you to do. Man, y'all get with that. I'm telling y'all, it's lit. I learned it, and especially knowing that the Godfather of research is like 100% like, yeah, man, this is what's up. Yeah, this is from the research. Yeah. And that's tight. I love that.
But I got to congratulate you because see, I'm going to be very honest with you. Is that I when I research the Olmecs, I read their languages, I read their stuff, but see, you've taken it a step further. You've taken it a step further. See, I just wanted to be nosy, and because I'm not going to tell a lie, man. I want to be nosy. I want to know what they were thinking. I want to know why they did the things that they did. But see, you guys are taking it further because see, everything is about initiation. You're very, it's very lucky. It's very lucky that your son has you as a father. You see, because your son has you as a father, that means in a sense is that if you can initiate him
Right.
into the mysteries of the world. Like a lot of time my kids, my sons always tell me, they're they're in their 40s, my oldest son 50 something, and they're in their 40s and 50s. And then a lot of times my sons say, "Pops, you told us a lot of this issue that people are talking about now back when we was little, And so then they said that I'm not afraid. And see that's the beauty. But see, I told them knowledge when they was little based on the knowledge that I had, back then. That was 30, 40 years ago. But look at this, man. Look at this. Is that you can not only share the past knowledge with your son and future generations, but you can give them that insight. You can give them that knowledge.
Right.
You can give them that ability to get in tune, get in tune with reality. Because see, fellas, is that let me explain to you guys. When Yoshi made that. Oh, what's that? Come on, let's.
Oh no, this is what y'all can download off of their site. This is the calendar right here, y'all. So y'all download this stuff. I just downloaded it, and this is the calendar, and it's the breakdown of all the months to come. So what I'm saying to y'all is, it's not just for the day. You can go into tomorrow and you can see your whole future in this. Like, it's already planned and everything. And you are the one that when you go into that future, you know what attributes that you just like. It's like this. Let me explain. Let me break this down to it in the simplest form. This is the purpose of this. You have special abilities that you can unlock 260 days around the year. Just keep going. 260. With this, with what I'm saying is, every day you can unlock something special. So like if you want to be a master writer or something, there's a day for that, to unlock that master thinking and creativity. If you want to put your son in something and you want it to go right, well, then you plan it on that day. What I'm saying is the world is planned on numbers and numerology, and people in high places, business people, billionaires, all plan and strategize on different days. That's what separates a millionaire from a billionaire. Millionaires just go about what they doing. Billionaires look at this kind of information and plan their business the right way, because they know that there are codes and sequences and numbers that if you go against these codes, you won't go past the gate. So therefore, you got to learn the secret coding that is displayed out here, so you know what doors to go through at what time. That's the power of Zokin, because you can unlock different attributes in yourself. You lack in speaking, well, you wait for the day, or you prepare yourself for the day that it actually comes out perfect. If you are having a bad day, know why you're going against the grain on that day through the Zokin. It helps out a whole lot. What's up, Jesse? Helps out a whole lot. But I got questions for you, brother.
So in other words, in a sense, is that when you use this code, you're gonna find your way into in a sense a new reality. What was you said you had questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. So a question I had was, it was from the internet. I got a series of questions. I know you could break it down. Now that we really got into why the Zokin calendar is so meaningful for us and what it relates to us, because they took your time, right? A lot of y'all know about slavery. They took us, and we did it and they did it. And when they did it, it was real dirty and nasty versus how we did it. So we know we was traumatized from that. We know we were stripped from everything. We know we prisoners of war. We know all this wrong that happened, right? How do we fix a lot of this wrong? A lot of that fixing goes with getting back on track with time. And y'all say, God dang, that got to be a hard or a simple fix. Or is it that damn simple? It really is, in a sense. When you get back on the Zokin time, you're not on their time, if you understand what I'm saying. So a lot of what they do can't affect you, because you can see beyond the middle and back. You're able to see all this. But one of the questions that I seen online that a lot of people get on there and they're going by the Gregorians, and the Gregorians say that the Olmec don't have a name. They never had a name. That the Olmec people are called the Olmec people, but then the Mayan people have a name, the Mayans, and then the Aztecs got a people, the Aztecs.
But no. The Mayans never called themselves Mayan.
Oh,
they just that's just a made up name. They never called themselves Mayan. They identified themselves based upon their tribe. See, that's one of the biggest nomener is that in the world, is that people talk about the Mayans, but the Mayans never called themselves Mayans. They never identified as Mayans. They only identified based upon their tribe, whatever their tribe was. If they was in a sense, Keto, if they were in a sense, they had various names for the various Mayan tribes. And so then that's why a lot of times people get Maya mixed up with India. No, Maya was just a name. I've been trying over the past 5 years to find why did they call them the Maya, because they never called themselves Maya. Wow. And yet the archaeologists refer to them as Maya, And so see, that's why when you're really trying to the only way that I found out that the Maya name was she was they had what was called the Tudor Shu. And what it was is that they talked about the land that they came from, and then they identified what their name was, And so then that's how they began, in a sense, to call themselves she. But see, she is an interesting name because see, she is the name for not only is the name for black, the name for corn, it's the name for race, it's the name for generations. You see, but see, the Olmec are very interesting because see, a lot of times, our people, our ancient people, they would write about their history, write about some of their relation, but they wouldn't really go into detail. They really wouldn't go into detail. The only reason that I can can really understand and interpret a lot of their culture is based upon the fact is that their ancestors were the Mandingo people of West Africa. But see, the Mandingo people, I believe that the Mandi language, was a lingua franca used by the Anu people.
Right. So you said that was a relation between the two based on the actual language. So people was trying to base it on an artifacts. They're basing it on the heads, the statues. They're basing it on the pottery. But you're saying that the actual language that they say that they can't break down, that
Mandi.
You broke down, that was Mandi, because
Right.
they say that a lot of times on the internet, guys, they have a lot of people saying that the Olmec just arrived in
Mexico.
They just arrived there.
They did.
And they were just there. But now they saying they was just there out of nowhere, just poof. And they don't have any relationship with any Africans or anything. But there was a dialect exchange with the Africans.
There was a dialect exchange. But see, here's the whole point. Once you establish the fact that on every continent there were black people, we know. Right. Then we know that white people, they came from the Caucasus Mountains after the caves opened up. But that wasn't until around 1400 BC. 1400 BC was when the black people who had turned white came out of the caves. Caucasians came out of the caves. That's not the white Arabs.
We need to make a movie about that, on what that is. So there's a difference between the white Arabs and the actual Caucasian.
Yeah, there's a difference.
So Aryans are two different.
Well, Aryan is just a name. Is just the Indian name for noble.
Noble. Okay. Yeah. What is the term that they do? I thought Aryan was like the blue eyes, blonde hair. What is that term, and why is that considered an elite species within that civilization? And are they the ones that are from the actual caves, or is this the Arabs?
Well, see, the thing is that you got to remember that the Europeans wanted to make themselves unique, right? And since very few people are blonde haired and blue eyed, they chose them. They chose them to be, in a sense, the prototypical quote unquote white person, because see, it was very few of them. But see, it's a very interesting fact in the sense is that because you got to remember that all these people were black at one time. But they weren't. See, here's the kicker. See, is that we continually think of okay, just like you're light skinned, right? So then people say, okay, Yoshimata is light skinned. One of his grandmamas down the road
must be white.
Had to been raped.
Man, yeah, right.
That's right. But see, that's false.
That's false. We come in all different shapes. So
that's right.
Are we from? All right. So another argument that they're having, and I want to address this argument with people that's in relation with this, is there's an argument online about white people claiming that they come from South Africa, and they're showing pictures. They're saying black people are not the people of South Africa, and they're showing pictures of light-skinned black people, and the black people look like me. And then they say, well, a dark African man is looking at it and saying, well, if that's not African, is it white? And they're like, no, it's not white neither.
But see, that's because the fact is that people don't understand is that, they like to think of us as what's called a monolith. That means just one big nigger, They like to think of us as one big nigger. When God created different black people at different times in history. Like okay, like the original black people, they were in a sense the Anu. And the Anu was kind of short. They got up to about 4, 5, 4, 6.
Are them little people? Where are they at now? Because they here, right?
No, they're some of them are. Some of them are in South Africa.
South Africa, right? Real little people, right?
No. The Anu people, they were short. They were short. But then you got the pygmies, and the pygmies are real short. They're real short.
The pygmies, ain't them the ones from like Ireland and Scottish and stuff? No.
The pygmies, in a sense, the pygmies, they're mainly in a sense from Africa. But see, you got to understand the Anu. The people in a sense who were about 4, 6, 4, 6. Those were the Anu. The pygmy, they were about 3, 6 to 4.
Wow.
See, it was different people at different times. And see, like we would be called Nilotics. Right. You and I, we would be Nilotics because we're taller. We're taller. You see, right. and so see, but see, the European, what he did in a sense is that it's a people in Southern Africa they call Khoisan, and they say the Khoisan people, they're not black because they got kind of Oriental eyes.
Right, them the ones I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah, the Khoisan. They say they're not black. Right. See, they say they're not black because they were the original Europeans.
Okay, so them are the original Europeans.
But see, here's the problem. See, so they say that they were the original Europeans, but they look nothing like Caucasians.
No, they don't. So how are they the original? I want to put up a picture of these people so y'all can see what they're saying, what they look like, y'all. And I got family members that look like these people, man. So let me pull this up. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see where we at right here. Look at this, y'all.
But see, they say that these are the Khoisan. And see, they say that these are the Khoisan, and because of the fact in the sense is that but if you look, this is a very good example. You see how he convert this particular person converge on being black or Asian.
Or Asian. Okay.
Yeah, he could be black or Asian. So these are the Khoisan. But what happened in a sense, see, look at this one. She could verge on being Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you can see that these were the original people. And see, when the Europeans do archaeological research, the skeletons that they find, show that the original Europeans had these facial features. So you can see what physical anthropologists can do is that physical anthropologists, they can get a skull and they can reconstruct using clay how that the ancestor of those skulls. And so these people, in a sense, at one time they ruled the planet. You see, they were the dominant people on the planet Earth. But again, God has always been progressively, creating different people. So then these people, in a sense, they go back around 40,000 BC. But then after these people, God brought the pygmies. Yes, the pygmies wasn't first.
Wow.
Archaeologically, see what you do is when you look at the archaeological evidence, when the archaeologists, when they make an excavation, that means when they dig down deep in the soil, then they bring up these skeletons. And then these skeletons, they use these skeletons to reconstruct the people. So the vast ancient people look like the Khoisan. If you notice, and you see, they have that look of Asian, but also African, you see. But then after the Khoisan came the pygmy people. See, and the pygmy people or the Anu, they went around kicking ass with their little asses.
So them little things. All right, I have another question. So, all right, white people don't all look alike. I can tell a difference between them. African people don't all look alike. I can tell the difference between them. And
but Caucasians and white Arabs are different, even though they favor. Like lately they've been talking about the president of Iran, and you look at the president of Iran, Assad. and then you put him next to who was running for president, Biden, you see that they look totally different. Because see, Caucasians and white Arabs look different because of the fact that Caucasians are descendants of the black people who went into the caves and devolved. They de-evolved. See, Caucasians de-evolved. You know, black people went to the caves during the Younger Dryas around 10,000 years ago. And then when they came out the caves, in a sense, they had lost their pigment. That's why Caucasians hate us so much. They hate us so much because they lost their pigment. They lost their natural color. You see,
so the white Arab. All right, so the Caucasians hate us because of what nature did to them
in the caves.
The caves, because of they're us, but got caught up in it, and for whatever reason, coming out, it was a division. Because and I can see the division. It was no sunlight, but they was more savage. They was more. It was a lot going on with them as far as trauma, and just like in today's world, in a relationship, you don't want to be in a relationship with anybody that has so much trauma on them because you got to build them up so much. Right. So I can see the bumping of heads of not getting along, especially when you're like, oh, well, I see you different. Well, I'm just gonna, because black folks, we always tend to help and see things and different in a way and say, well, I see it's different. Well, let me help it out a little bit. But if we know it's kind of weird, we like, nah, I'm gonna leave that where it's at. And we can see that can be a counterattack and on hurting feelings. Mm-hmm. I think that just by my observation on this, it seems that white people are in their feelings so much. The Caucasian white people that got caught up in that, the Arab, the Aryan. Or not the Aryan, what you said, the
Caucasians.
Yeah. The Caucasians, their mentality is very babyish on develop wise of they can't get over that emotion. It seemed like they lack emotion but follow on it at the same time. You know?
Do, but just look at them. Look at the Caucasian.
And who do you call a Caucasian? The president of
I would call the people like the British, the Germans, the French. But see, the original British, the original Germans, the original French, they were black people. But over time, because of the fact in the sense they devolved, and as they began, because see, during the 30-year war and the 100-year war, many of the black elites in Europe, what they did is they began to bring in mercenaries from the Caucasus Mountains. That's how the Black Plague got to Europe. The Black Plague got to Europe and then bringing in those Caucasians, those white folks. And as these white folks came in, because the fact in the sense is that their mind is all mixed up, and their mind is all mixed up because the fact is that when they went into the caves, when they came out of the caves, they were used to in a sense being messed up. And because they were used to being messed up, you see, these people in a sense, they came out very angry. Okay, you see the most original white people are usually red. They usually have red hair, brownish hair. Black hair in a sense is not their native hair complexion. Because see, what happened is that because of the fact that as the black people became depigmatized while they were living in the caves, all the melanin that was formerly in their skin, it went into the hair. That's why you find that white people, Caucasian people have different hair colors. Yeah, whereas we have different phenotypical colors, but they have different hair colors. And this hair color is because of the fact that those black people went to the caves, and because of the lack of sunlight, the melanin moved away from their skin into their hair. You know. Yeah. You know.
So the melanin, yeah, that makes a lot of freaking sense. So the war that goes on is between the Caucasians and the Aryan, the white Aryan.
No, the war that
I mean
goes
the
on.
white Arab.
No, the war that goes on is the Caucasian wanting to kill you.
I mean, like, you know, when they have like Palestine versus all this other stuff.
Well,
And
no, those are just most of them are fighting. Most of them are lights are just white Arabs fighting each other or fighting the black Arabs. Most of them are white Arabs. But remember, see, this is what makes it so beautiful. Is that remember when you look at the Moors, most of the Arabs wasn't even that color. That came from them. That came from them mating with the Ottoman Turks, because the Ottoman Turks, they brought in a lot of slaves from Ukraine, and those slaves that they brought in from Ukraine and they took them into the Middle East. That's how in a sense they used to fill the harems up with those Ukrainian women.
Mm.
I mean, look at the pictures of the Moors. And then just go to a Moor page.
Okay.
Go to a page of the Moors. And when you bring them up, you can see that. Look at what they had in their harems. And so then see, we ain't always had a weakness for those white thighs. Yes, sirs. And see, that's why the Ukrainian woman was recognized as the typical white woman, in a sense, was the Ukrainian woman. And the Ukrainian woman, in a sense, that was who she was, because she just like these people, I mean, those aren't the real, those are the make-believe ones. You see, here you can see some of the black Europeans. You can see them on the side. See them with those. I mean, like make that picture larger. Look at that. That's how brothers are. Brothers are always classy. We classy, man. We always got to have some nice dresses, stuff like that. And so see, but what happens is that just think about this. Just think about this, man. Is that up to around? Remember when Benjamin Franklin, he wrote in 1751, he wrote his thesis on the world, and he said it's just about the French, the Germans, all these were black people. Look at these kings, and look at them they're in their castle. Look at them, they're in their castle and stuff, and they're looking out at these it's that thing. They're looking out at some white people attacking them. They called them the wild men.
Yeah,
they call them the oh, there, go back up. Go to the right. Go to the left. In that line, go to the left across and pick it up. Up one. No, go up. Right there. Now go. Yeah. See over there. That's called, no, not that. The other one up under it. That's about. See how the wild men, the white people are attacking the castle, and see the black, black people in the castle. Ooh, the whites are coming. The whites are coming.
Yeah, you're right.
You see, they call that the wild men. And you can see the black people in their castle, and these white people coming to take over. And see, a lot of times, in a sense, that was a threat. But they went and got a lot of Caucasians and brought them into Europe to help them fight in their war.
All right. I have a question, personal.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's something that me and my mom always asked about. Was why do all right? Like I was saying before, a lot of us don't look like each other, but I know that Asians do. Asians, they do look like each other, and I don't want to be, biased on them and like really but a lot of them do. And it's almost like when we look at Asia, we look at them as being programmed. It's like,
but it's not. It's three different types of Asians.
It's three different types.
It's the classical Mongoloids.
Okay.
And the classical Mongoloids, that would be like your Filipino women, Filipinos, and they're darker and they're shorter. Then you have in a sense the modern Mongoloids, which would be taller, like the Chinese. Like see the Japanese, Filipinos, those people in a sense are considered classical Mongoloids because they're shorter, whereas many of the Chinese would be, in a sense, we would consider them contemporary Mongoloids because they're much taller.
Okay, so Chinese are much taller than
the Filipinos and all of that. See, there's not just one Asian group. See,
Right.
but again, you know, that's one of the reasons why so many people, you know, is evolution and stuff like that. Just like you know, if you go down to the third row, go back up to the third row. Yeah. So, you know, you can see all these like, look at there. That's a Filipino. That would be a classical Mongoloid. And look at him with his baby. Look at his son. Go back to the guy holding his son. Yeah.
Where do you see a guy holding his son?
You know, when the first one that you had.
I think that was further down.
The first one you had an Asian guy holding his son. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see?
Indigenous Black Filipinos.
Yeah.
And you said, so there's Filipinos and then there's the Chinese.
Yeah, the Chinese, they're considered contemporary Mongoloids. See those the Filipinos and the Japanese, they're what's called classical. That means that they're the original Mongoloid people. Then the taller Mongoloid people are called Hua. They were the Hua people, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, Hua. Hua. Hua is spelled Hua. Like those are Hua people right there.
Oh, they are tall.
Yeah, see the Hua people, see the difference? See their complexion? See their complexion much lighter?
Dang.
See.
Oh, snap.
You know, just like when you go to Angkor Wat. When you go to Angkor Wat, now those people are a little bit darker. But again, in a sense, just like if you notice, most of the Indians we see over here are real light skinned, whereas you go to India, most of them are dark skinned. You know, but see, it's just that they just show favoritism to light skinned people today. But you know, in some parts of China today, do you know that they wear masks? Some of the Chinese will wear masks when they go to the beach because they don't want to get dark.
Yes. So it is that. Do they believe that who are they trying to please? The Caucasians?
They're trying to please the Caucasians because remember, in a sense, they want to be with the people who are on top today.
Okay.
The people on top today. Yeah, the people on top today are the Caucasians, but at the same time, they're also jealous of us. You know, everybody's jealous of us because see, you know, once you hit them thighs, man, what come out ain't gonna be like what went in. What was there first? What come out is coming out looking like you, baby.
All right. Now, another one of the questions is, where did the Olmecs go, and what led them out? Did they get led out? Where are they still there?
Well, see, what happened is that the Olmecs they didn't go. What they did is that most of the Olmecs migrated to Western Mexico, and they became the Negro Castamanis, you know, because see, there's a population of Black people in Western Mexico that have no history of slavery. None of them was ever slaves.
Wow.
So they call the Negro Castamanis, and so they live in Western Mexico, and that's where many of the original Black people of Mexico migrated to, you know. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know, and so but again,
me no black.
Me no black. See, most of those, remember, they're an invented race. The mestizos are an invented race. They didn't exist in Mexico. They look nothing like the Mexicans.
Right.
You know, they look nothing like. I mean, they look nothing like the Maya. The Maya don't look like those. The average Chicano that you meet, the Mayas don't look like them. No, me no black, but they also know how to say me no black. You know. But see, that's one of the reasons why people in the Western Hemisphere are very mixed up. We're very mixed up and stuff. They go so See over here, you can look over there. You can see that Chicano. There's a Chicano guy, and then they say, okay, right there, that's a Chicano guy. They try to say they don't look like the Maya. So they can't be indigenous. He's not indigenous. He's the result of those black people mixing with the white Spanish when they came. See, look like that Maori, like how they look. That's how they used to look. Now look at how they look today.
Wow, different.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, that's how. Look, this nigga saying, "Hunky, stop looking at me." Will you stop your breath smell, please? No, not really. Please forgive me, but look at him. Look
really?
at him. Go back up. Look at him. Now you can tell that brother stuck up. That brother and that white guy. Come on now, this is what you do now. See that white guy was telling him I'm playing to get some money, baby. We
got a plan, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna trick the rest of them niggas now.
You got me over here crying, man.
It's the truth. Look at him. He's the king. He's the king, and that white guy telling him how to make some money, baby. How to get look at all those black elites. I mean, you can't find no brother. You can't find no brother from the medieval period that ain't dressed sharp as a tack, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they make those movies and they show the people in ancient England and they show them running around naked. Man, if they wasn't running around naked, them brothers, man, was dressed to the T. Them brothers had money, you know. But see, they want to give you a whole false idea about reality. Look right there. Look at that. Look at how the Indians and all that. And, you know, we don't even know who we are because we ain't allowed these people to name us. We ain't allowed these people to tell us who we are. Instead of us, in a sense, taking our original experience and being who we are. You know what I'm saying? See,
I see what you're saying, but if you see how they're trying to change the narrative, I like going to Pinterest. Pinterest is a lot of artists who kind of just come together and put a lot of stuff together. But look at how the Honduras and how they depict it as like, you know, all melanated dark folk. And, you know, you can see it's getting lighter and lighter throughout.
Yeah.
You know? Just watching now.
Yeah, but see, but that's the whole point. And so, you know, God, you know, like this is what people don't understand. You see, just like the birds, is it one color bird?
Nope.
Red birds, blue birds, green bird. So to me, God and his creative spirit, he just make humans any way he wish, you know. The only difference is that he hasn't made any green ones yet. Look at those brothers with blonde. Look at those. But I mean, look at that. We got blonde hair too.
Yeah, blonde hair.
And then if you keep on looking, you'll find some black people with blue eyes.
Yeah.
See, it's nothing under the sun. We are the original people. But the point is this: is that what does it matter? It matters a lot. See, it matters a lot today because see, you can't write history unless you divide people into races.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I see that a lot. You know, with the separation of Americans versus the Africans, and you know, we have to understand that we are black, but you know, in another sense, that I see where the division is at when the disrespect comes from of not respecting what the Black Americans have did in America versus the African who is fleeing from Africa and coming to America to reap the benefits and then slander what we got going on. You know,
but see that's because the fact is this is that you know they don't want to acknowledge the fact that number one, we are unique people. But not only that, you got to remember in a sense is that they stopped the Atlantic slave trade between 1808 and 1818. That means that the majority of our ancestors did not come from Africa. Some came from Africa, but the majority of our ancestors are Aboriginal. Then you got some Black Irish, and then you got some sub-Saharan Africans. But the vast majority of us go back to Aboriginal people, and those Aboriginal people just happen to be black, but they weren't necessarily African. See, that's why, in a sense, you got to understand that in the old days, you could be a black Indian, but they didn't call you black; they call you colored. They only called people from Africa Negro. See, the word Negro, but see, over time, because of the fact, in a sense, that as because as more and more black Indians lost their land, you can see here some people here. As more and more black Indians lost their land, they started calling them colored people. And then after a while, they just started calling the so-called Negro colored people too. But the original colored people, that was a name given to the Aboriginal black people.
Wow.
But again, in a sense, they want you to see, but you got to remember this is that the white man, he took our land. He took our land away from us. But even though he took our land away from us, we have very good records over here. Very good records. Just like if you put your name in the Ancestry.com, you put your grandma and your grandfather, man, they can push you back to the 1800s.
Yeah.
See? And so then that's just to show you the type of ancestry we got. But then some of us own land. And see, the European, he wants you to always think about Africa because, maybe if you investigate enough, you can go back and find out the land that they took from your ancestors. Yeah. And see, indigenous people always have a right to their land.
Yeah.
So that's why they want us to always not see ourselves as indigenous. They want us to see ourselves as somebody from over there, from Africa. Because by saying that we came from Africa, then therefore what we're doing is that we're giving them a way to take our land, and they don't have to give it back.
Nope.
See what I'm saying? They don't have to give it back.
Nope.
Yeah. And so
you see how it could backfire. I can see how it could backfire with that. I'm African and I'm my Africans, and then you're like, yeah, my people, and yeah, but all right. So if you say you African, then you ain't got nothing to do with this over here, right?
That's right. That's why you got to say you're Aboriginal.
Exactly.
Because by saying you're Aboriginal, yes, you're still black. You're still black, but you're not. But you're not from Africa.
There you go.
They want you to say you're from Africa that way. Okay, it might be in some documents that one of your ancestors owned some land. See, and so then that means, in a sense, that because they're your ancestors, they were indigenous, that land still belonged to you. But see, if they got you looking to find your roots in Africa, then therefore, in a sense, they steal your shit, and you have nothing. See, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with having African ancestry. We have African ancestry because our ancestors came from maybe Africa. But the point is this, is that we are still Aboriginal blacks of the United States. That gives us a unique identity.
Yes.
I
love that. Now, in Olmec, I was reading that they when the kings are buried, they bury them with a helmet, like a gold not a helmet, but like almost like what they do in Egypt, where they make a replica of them.
But the helmets, we believe the helmets may have been leather. See the climate, leather. See the climate down in Mexico and South America. It is so humid that it destroys the bodies. That's why it's hard to find skeletons there.
Whoa! So you saying that that's the reason why it's hard to find the skeletons and all about it, because of the actual climate. The soil eats it up. And
it eats it up, and so that's one of the reasons why there's very few. They found some skeletons, but very few skeletons, because the soil is that way. But see, the Olmec people, I love the Olmec people, but see, the Olmec people, the reason that I can know so much is that they left us their writings. They left us inscriptions. They left us, in a sense, documents that can tell us, like King B. Popo. King B. Popo, I'm going to do a thing on him. And King B. Popo, they found this tablet. They found this tablet at Cascajal. they found this they found, in a sense, an inscription there. And it was found in a mound. And this inscription names the king as Bipopo, you know. And so then he was the king. He was one of the Olmec kings and stuff.
They said that the mounds out there is hard for them. It's unlike in Egypt, where they can kind of reconstruct it, rebuild it, and, you know, kind of put it back. They said because of the land takes over it so much that it's really hard to reconstruct the mounds out there, because the mounds look like natural mounds now, you know.
Yeah, but what they've done, it's a thing called Lexor. It's Lindar. And what they do, they can fly over an area, because see, it's so much vegetation down there. They can fly over an area
and scan, huh?
Yeah, they can fly over an area, and the area will show you the monuments. Yeah. They're finding so many monuments down in Mexico that is unbelievable. They're can't
not saying.
Oh yeah, but they just can't excavate them all, you know. You know, and so then you know, like I deciphered their language. I deciphered the Mayan language years ago, and I can read some of the inscriptions, but they tell you can't read them. You can read the inscriptions, and based upon my deciphering, because see, they had a bilingual inscription, and this bilingual inscription was written in Olmec and Mayan. And so then once I found that bilingual inscription, that proved in a sense that the Maya people spoke the Mandi language. You know, wow. I really think what I'm beginning to find out is that the Anu people who ruled the world, they ruled the world after 10,000 BC. And I think they spoke the Mandi language. And the reason I think they spoke the Mandi language is because the Mandi language is found in so many places. Because remember, just like remember when we saw roots. When we saw roots, they talked about Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte of the Kunta clan. You find that the first ruler of the Shia civilization was a Kuta. And that's why they have Mandi words in Chinese. One of the first rulers of the Elamites belonged to the Kuta clan. See what I'm saying? See, there's a relationship between all these people, but the thing is that the European, he wants you to believe that everybody was disunited. And by believing everybody, you know, this civilization was different from that civilization, that was different from that civilization, then that way, in a sense, they can make you feel there's no unity. But then they tell you all the white civilizations were united, you see? So that therefore, in a sense, they can show unity among themselves, but make it appear as though there was disunity among the colored people and stuff. You know, that's an Indian, right? That's one of the Indians.
Really?
Yeah. You can tell by their dress. Not them. I don't know who they are. They look like they would have came from Russia.
Really?
Yeah, the hairstyles.
Man, they have open-toe shoes and all. They going to war with open-toe sandals.
Yeah, just think about I think about that sometimes. Just think about charging some people with some sandals.
I know, and a rock get in your toe. I mean,
but I can't. But since we don't know how to wear sandals.
No,
maybe they knew how to wear sandals back in the day.
They did,
because you know, remember they was fighting with swords and spears.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I put on some sandals. I'm about to trip. What the hell is this? Because I don't wear them often. I'm mainly wearing tennis.
Straight up, yeah.
You know.
Even when Crocs came out, I was like, man, what the hell is this? I don't know nothing about this.
Right.
I like looking at these pictures, and it's very nice to look at it with a researcher, y'all, that can actually break it down and let y'all know where it's actually taking place at. And you in real time, you're able to see your lineage. You're able to see your people, you know what I'm saying, your relation, these afros, man. I share that with them. I had my big afro, man. I can relate. I can imagine them getting together, poofing it up. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm jealous.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm jealous. Yesterday, we went out to dinner. I went out to dinner with my kids and stuff, and You know, and then I saw this brother had such a big afro. I said, damn,
Wow.
I wanted to go and say, give me some of that hair, baby. Give me some of that hair. But I used to have it. Man. Yeah, but look how dignified these brothers were back in the day. Always dignified.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you watching them all, even the women.
Yeah.
Look at her hair, man. What? Come on, man.
But you can see them. But you see the same kind of hairstyles today.
Yeah, you do.
Know, look at her. You know, carrying her baby on her back. You know, like I didn't even know that we always thought that it was just the American Indians carrying the, but in Africa they used to carry their babies on their back too.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying don't get it twisted, family. I'm not saying that all of us came from Africa. Don't get it twisted.
There you go.
You know, that's just it. Naughty talks about Bonapek. The Bonapek, they got a beautiful Mayan mural, but it's other Mayan murals besides Bonapek, Naughty. It's so many of them down there. I mean, it's, you know, it is so many, you know, like they found under a lot of pyramids in Mexico, sub-pyramids. And in these sub-pyramids, they were showing various black Maya, you know. That's like put in your search engine, Yoshi, black Maya Indians. And then see what comes up. Yeah, as you can see, they go, okay, according to Crosby, see some Aztecs. Aztecs, they used to like to, you know, Aztecs, they used to, a lot of times, Aztecs was kind of mean, but I guess they was always fighting the Red Indians because they was always sacrificing them.
Wow.
Yeah, you find a lot of Aztec sacrifice.
What is that deal with the sacrifice, man? Like, all right, what made it all stop? And do you think that it didn't stop? You think that we just stopped doing it and some other people are doing the sacrificing now and they reaping the benefits? Because I
don't think you reap any benefits from it.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Remember
anything from it?
Remember, in a sense, even when you found in Africa, they used to sacrifice a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But you know, I think it was the Buddhists. Okay. It was the Buddhists that started getting the brothers in Africa to stop doing sacrifice. You know, but you know that's an Maya right there, one of them. But see, it's the you know, it's the
right here.
Yeah, right there. He's a Mayan. Yeah, but see, the thing is, it's just so much, but it's you know, they hide, like they hide so much from you. But see, we be trying to but if you try to tell those people that they were whatever, they would call you a lie, because most of the time people went off their tribal name, you know. Yeah, and see, they saw black as being beautiful because of the fact, in a sense, is that they know that the sky is black at night, and that they know in the sense that God must be black. Why? Because the night is black, space is black. So they knew that all power came from blackness. Yeah. You know.
I can relate.
You know, David Imhotep, you know, I miss David a lot, but David Imhotep, he was from some of those Western Indians, you know. Like you know.
Right.
Yeah. I know my family mainly Choctaw. But again, you know, look at those pictures, those hairstyles. We always want to have some fine hairstyles.
Yeah. This got me right here. Look at that, y'all.
Yeah. And that's from Fiji, isn't it? Didn't it say Fiji or
Asian? Fiji. Yeah, Venice, Fiji.
Yeah. And then don't forget the fuzzy wuzzies. That's what they used to call that's what they used to call these warriors in the Sudan.
Is this the little person you was talking about?
No, the fuzzy wuzzies.
No, I'm talking about the little people. Remember the little people you said?
Oh yeah, those are what they call negritos.
That's a negrito right here.
Yeah, they look like they from the islands.
Yeah.
They call a lot of the little people from the islands negritos.
That little dude right there, y'all.
He'll fuck you up.
Fuck you up.
You see his little ass coming, hit me. Little ass coming, that spirit, man, before you know it'd be right between your eyes. Nigga, what? What happened? Shit. You know, you look at some of these brothers, and you know, we think of them as being kind of feminine because they skinny and all that type of shit. Man, you get in a knife fight with them as a bitch. You know, when I was after I got about 30 years old, I used to always wear a jacket. So just in case, you know, people used to like, just in case I had to wrap my jacket around my left arm and we had to fight it, I had to get in a knife fight. I remember I was working with my father doing construction, and this guy tried to attack me. We was going up this escalator with a knife. Nigga, what? I'm sorry. Family, forgive me.
What?
Forgive me, family. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I had to learn to fight. If I didn't fight, I was going to die in that motherfucker. No. Stop, Clyde. Stop. The rain in Spain lands mainly on the plain. Yes. No, man, if you can deal, boy, you was in trouble, man. I mean, till I got 30 in the summertime. In the summertime, I would have a damn jacket on just in case I was going to get in a knife fight.
You got my head hurting tonight. Yeah, this was good.
Man, hey, it was hard in them streets, you know.
Man, y'all, man. I hope y'all got it tonight while we on our zoking, man.
Yeah. But again, the main thing that you had to remember is that you know, Yoshi was talking about the zoking calendar. He showed you how you can kind of if you want to go to that website again where they can kind of find out information about their identities. You showed where they can go and
yeah, the website is called the lawoftime.org. Law of Time. Let me put it up. All right. Put it up. And y'all want to go here to the Law of Time. So y'all go to this here page and it'll help y'all a lot. It'll teach y'all everything. So if y'all have questions from 1 to 260 on y'all kin number, y'all go up here and y'all can, if you go up to what we do, you can find your galactic signature. It's called the galactic signature. So I advise all of y'all to do it. Even if y'all like, man, I ain't into all that, just check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. Like, we seen the pictures, we seen the relationship between all of us, you know, that melanin power, that the nappy roots hair, the strong, hard copper skin, the warrior-like attributes, the feminine women with the lovely hairdos, down to the shoes, to the sandals, to, you know, the artwork, the mounds, the pyramids. I can go on and on. The weapons, the things that we all collaborated on because we was all united as one in a sense. And if we had a beef with you, it was personal beef type of stuff. It wasn't because of your skin tone or because we don't like it because we don't like you. We always had a reason for it, and it was a time in history where a last name in your family actually meant a lot. And it'll tell you a lot about that person's legacy and what they had in their kids to come. But the significance of the 13 moon calendar, and you can go up on this website and you can go into it and you can figure it out, whether you're in United Kingdom, you're in the Netherlands, Germany, Australia, Argentina. You can go anywhere and you can download the free calendar. Right now, we're at the year of the blue rhythmic storm. So you in my year right now, you know, from July 26th to July 25th on 2025. So yeah.
And see, what makes this so exciting, family, is that, you know, Yoshi is telling you that you had to get your real dates. See, a lot of times, in a sense, the dates that we got now are dates that that have been made up and then been corrupted because the Gregorian calendar. Whereas in the sense is that if you get this real information, you can find out more. I'm hoping that one day, Yoshi, I know Yoshi's written about 2 or 3 children books, and one day we showed some of them last week. But I hope, Yoshi, that you will, write a little something about the token and horoscopes and how they can use that in a sense to find a path. It don't have to be that long. It can be maybe a little short book or something. Maybe you could sell. You can make it just. Yeah, you just make it PDF and maybe sell it off Gumroad or something.
You're right about that. I would love, because the thing is, I learned about it and I seen the significance of it, and I benefited from it. Where we at right now? We in let's see. I'm gonna go to it. November, December. Where we? December what? December. What's the day? December 15th. Okay. So if you look at this, when the rhythmic moon, December 13th through January 9th. So this is what we'll call our month, right? So you will look up here, and this is the date. So it's 12/15, right? Really, it's Kin 161. So we're on the 161th day right now. Okay. So that's what you want to look at, and then it tells you what what you're looking at for that day and all through the month. And then when you go up into I'm not even showing it. Ooh, I'm supposed to be showing it. Let me show y'all. I thought I was. Let me go to here. My bad, y'all. Thought I was showing it. Right here. Can y'all see that? Can you see it, Doc? I don't know if it's letting me. But these are the months. And you go up into here, and like it says, November 15th through December 12th. But we're on a 6th moon right now. So we're on a 6th moon of this year. And we're the lizard, rhythmic moon. And, you got your Delhi, Seli, Gamma, Kali, Alpha, Lami, Salu, I believe that's how it's pronounced. But these are the different kins, and it shows you the different kins and everything. So you know what house you're in, all that, especially with all my people that know a lot about the zodiacs and all that other stuff. But this is it. Y'all go here. Y'all check it out. I'm here for y'all. If y'all have any questions, no gatekeeping. Open these doors up. Learn what they know. You dig?
And and family, Yoshimad, the genius, yes, he's doing a lot of this work. But Cash App and some cash. Come on, you can see his Cash App. You can see it right there. You send it to send him some little Cash App, 10, 20, 30, 40, $1,000. $1,000 would be the best.
I know that's right. That'll help me keep on going. I'll make that book real quick if you do something like that. I found that money really make people move, man. When you ain't in the groove and you down and out and you broke, ain't got no hope. Life ain't nothing but a goddamn hopeless joke. And
man, you rhyming, man. You sure you're not Jesse Jackson?
Yeah, you can't even get a high five from a roach when you're broke. Shit. Yeah.
Okay, now look there. You can see Domashay Dollar Domashay. That's his Cash App.
Hey.
Send the brother some Cash App.
I'm here to help y'all. I'm here to help.
The thing is, this is that, $10, $20, $30, $5, $10, $15, $20. Make it like that. Make it like the Mayan Aztecs.
Yeah.
They have a little bar, and that bar was 5. That was the
numbers 5. In, baby. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. We don't want to see the ones.
And magic will happen. Magic will happen. We'll open up doors together and unlock some stuff. I put some new videos together, and I'm constantly putting new content and new videos together, but the money do help me out. Thanks for all my Patreon people out there. I really appreciate y'all so much. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have the monies that I need to generate these products and do what I got to do, the content that I create, because everything needs credits, and credits, you got to use real monies to put up in there to generate these wonderful videos and these content that I create from my humble home to bring to y'all. So the more, the merrier. The more I get, the more creation I do. People like to think that if you, they ask, if Yoshi, if you weren't in that position, would you still be putting FBA content out if someone gave you $1 million? If someone gave me $1 million with no strings attached, I would put movies out. I will build FBA B1 goddamn restaurants where we can all get together. I will have the B1 cologne. I will have B1 perfume where when you smell your fellow B1, you already know we on that code. You dig? You know what I'm saying? So I do stuff like that, man. You know, help one, each one, teach one, and we're here for the youth. Me and Dr. Clyde Winters, and I'm here to teach y'all everything I know dealing with the graphics, the designs, to creating the books from the beginning to end. If I do create this Olmec book, which I am, to give y'all an introduction to the Zokin, I would love to do it live. So I end up creating a book live to kind of show y'all how to do it from front to back. And it may take 3 hours, but at least y'all will have it from front to back. How I
let me know. Let me know if you want to do it, and I'll try to I'll try to go to your site and
straight up.
We can try to do this. But again, family, Domache, $Domache, sending that $5, $10, $15, $20,000 cash and get it going.
Let me do it, y'all.
That's right. I want to thank you. Thank you, family, for showing up. Nadi, and the rest of you guys.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you for coming online. And see you next week.
See y'all next week. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Peace.
Yeah. Right now, it's time to wrap everything up, you dig? Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Yo. And Dr. Clyde Winters, Den and 9. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody. All y'all support. Y'all like, subscribe, and share this. You dig it? Yoshi. You've been invited to the Den and 9. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the Den and 9. Yeah. Dr. Clyde Winters in the Yoshi mind. Intro, outro to the Den and 9. We gon' see it, so have dinner now. Yeah. Raise your head. Why put them down? B1 on that Den and 9. FBA on that Den and 9. FBB on that Den and 9. It's all about unity on that Den and 9. My indigenous folks on that Den and 9. All my Africans rise on that Den and 9. Rise up on that Den and 9. And don't forget to subscribe to Den and 9.
The only thing that can save you is B1. 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 To fight Cage, you must stay black first.